Hello and welcome to Dr. Silica's workshop.
I've got a demo copy of Warcrow, Winds from the North, the 2-player introductory battle pack for the new Warcrow wargame from Corvus Belli. I'm going to do a quick unboxing of it. So let's dig in. It's the usual box that we've come to expect from Corvus Belli. Usual packing if you've ever had any of their 2-player starters from Infinity. You've seen the plastic container with the minis and then the card terrain and tokens. I'll set this beautiful artwork aside. So we've got dice. I believe the box says it comes with 18 dice or so. If you haven't watched any of the videos, they're D8s, but they use the same symbols that Aristea used. So you'll see stars for successes, exclamation points for specials, and shields for defense. The hollow symbols are for use with elite troops. So, nice set there. 18 dice. 18 dice. We got bases. If you've watched any of the videos, you'll know that the base size is an integral part of movement in the game. So if you're going to get a custom base for your miniatures, make sure that you're getting something that is the exact same size as what the miniature should be based on. All right, we've got stat cards here, English and Spanish, of course. We've come to expect from Corvus Belli. So you'll see that each card has the stat block here for the character, and then here, sorry, the character by themselves, and then here for the character when they're with a unit. This is for Drago, and then the Hetman, or the generic version of Drago, Frostfire Herald, who can only be by themselves, the War Surgeon, and then the Bucklerman. And then for the Northern Tribes, you'll have Elbork by himself or with a unit, the Wrathmane, the Evoker, who can only be by themselves, the Wisemane, and Orc Hunters. So the Wrathmane being, going back a little bit, being the generic version of Elbork. All right, nice, good card stock. A little thin, but nothing to worry about. Definitely will stand up to play. As far as minis go, we've got an orc. Take a look at those in a minute. Introductory booklet, quality printing, rules in both English. I apologize, entirely in English. So make sure that if you're buying this online, that you're getting the correct version of the rulebook in the language of your choice. So there we go. Excellent printing as always from Corvus Belli. So having not given this a quick run through yet, I would expect it to be pretty much exactly the same content as any of the Infinity 2-player starters. So expect a series of scenario with increasing complexity and new rules until you're basically playing the full game. For the terrain, we can open this up. Baclia Farm Scenario Pack, or Scenery Pack. We have instructions on how to put it together, a battle mat, no poster on the reverse side, so just a battle mat. So pretty nice sort of early winter or late winter, early spring ground. And then here is both the tokens for the game and the buildings. Looks to be the same 2mm cardstock that Corvus Belli has been using for their later terrain packs. So from Crimson Stone and any of those 2-player starters. So it should be plenty durable for play. Labeled. I'll keep this together for now just to make it easier for me to build a little bit later, but I might do a video on that. Do note that you've got some plastic parts in here. You'll use that for the clock back here. You also have the various tokens in the game. So all the stuff you need to play right there. We'll set these accessories aside for a moment and dig into the minis. So this is going to be one of the orcs. All right, so front and back. Fits together quite nicely. The head. This is just going to be one of the orcs and a wicked axe. They are bigger than Corvus Belli Infinity miniatures. So if you're this guy standing next to a marsh spider from the Nomads, it's a good chunk bigger, both in just volume and height. And he's crouched over a little bit. This guy, yeah, they're pretty big, but in the CO cast material, they're going to be very light, easy to transport, and pretty durable if you drop them. A little bit of flash on there, but nothing a sharp hobby knife can't handle. All right. Up next, we've got, looks like one of the bucklermen. So very crisp, nice detail on this. Nice divot for the feathers in the back. There. May need to trim that off. I'll figure out how this glues together later. If you're new to this material, use super glue on it. Don't use plastic glue that you might use for like a ABS plastic model, like from GW or somebody. You'll need to use super glue on this. It won't react to that adhesive. Set him aside, and don't use a file to sand it down. You want to use a real sharp hobby knife. So make sure you got one of those handy. Grab a new blade. 100% worth it. One thing I've noticed is a couple of these, as you saw, were in Ziploc bags, but some of the miniatures are also in just sealed plastic bags. So here we've got, I'm just going to keep the parts together, so I won't open it up just yet. Another buckleman in here. Head is separate. There we go. Another buckleman in here. Head is separate. Details very nice. So, oh, sorry, the head is part of the arm. That's a nice sculpting decision. Another bucklerman here. This is the Frostfire Herald. Oh, sorry, this is the War Surgeon. There we go. Got another orc in here. This is Drago. Just two pieces. Two? Yeah, move over his legs. His cloak has his head and both arms sculpted onto that, so it'll be a pretty easy build. Fits nicely into that front torso there. Get another Ziploc bag, so I'll open this bad boy up. Now this is the Frostfire Herald, real this time. Crisp and clean. I'm gonna watch out for that flash in there. The flash in the head you want to be careful with when you take that off, just so you preserve the detail of the hair. But again, sharp knife, get a new blade, buy a box of 100 for dirt cheap off wherever, and you'll be glad you did. Got the staff, and then also his book and hand. So it looks like that will fit together pretty nicely. All right. Another bucklerman. I think that's going to bring us to 3 bucklermen, the War Surgeon and Drago, and the Herald. So 1 bucklerman shy of a full house for them. Apologize, that's all 7 of them that I've shown. All right, here. This is the Wise Mane. Very substantial model here. So that'll clean it pretty quick. Got his head, arm, and weapon. All right. Another orc here. So torso, leg, back, both arms. I really can't stress just how massive these orcs are. They really feel menacing, and they have a big presence on the table. Another orc here. I believe this is going to be the Evoker. So, this is an interesting sculpting decision. You've got half, sort of the middle of the body here, the back here. That'll go in there, and then the front half of the body there. That's going to give you... Let's see if I can get that to show. It'll give you a joining point down the middle of the face. Definitely something to maybe look at with some green stuff just to fill that gap just around the face so it's not quite as obvious. That said, painted up, just kind of got some headgear on, so it might blend in even if you don't fill it. Now, that being said, here's what's supposed to go in the middle there. I'll have to take a look at that, see if I'm doing it right. So, all right. And then lastly, we got elbowork. Nice details here. Real big boy. Front and back. It seems to be a popular sculpting or casting technique for them. So, and then, sorry, front, middle, and back. All right, there he goes. He's got his headpiece and his arm here, another arm, and then some horns for his headpiece. So that's definitely a very big presence and menacing model on the table. Pretty exciting. All right. Probably do a video on building these as well as the terrain, at least if there's any interest in that. But thanks for watching, and I hope you liked checking out the new starter for Warcrow, Winds from the North. I'm excited to start playing this game. Thanks all for watching.